Alright, so here we have a Toro 22-inch recycler lawnmower. I think this is a 2009. What's happening is the tire is clicking and it's not moving properly. This pinion here is metal. This gear is plastic. What's happening? This pinion is not lining up to the gear. It is stripping the plastic away, causing it to click, stop, and unable to move. So what I did first was bought a brand new tire. Well, within the first run, see if I can find it on here. Yeah, you can see a little bit right there. It started chewing through it already. So it started popping and clicking already on that. On this one, I don't want to lift it. Where is it at? I think right around here somewhere. Or no, it's up here. You can see this is getting grinded down pretty good. Okay, so this is what happens. I had to do a lot of research on this, and this apparently is a problem that happened to many people before. So, coming to the conclusion of all the videos I watched is where I found my solution. It usually happens on this left side. Right side, not so much, but I suppose if it does happen on the right side, you could do the same thing as this one. Also, you can buy a metal replacement kit of this. It's like an upgrade where the gear is metal, but you have to replace that, and then you also have to replace the pinion to go with it, and ultimately the same thing is probably still going to happen anyways. So this is what I did, and this is what the problem is. This piece here, this mounting piece, it buckles in slightly a bit, and you can actually take a screwdriver and bend it outwards. Another thing is there's like a wobble here, like loose play. You can't see it in this video because I put this extra washer here, and what happens is I'll try to explain it as best as possible. That wobble, the looseness on this end, will cause it to only connect like this. So it barely catches it sometimes, and it's not turning right, and it's really ripping it up. But with this extra washer, I can't even say washer right, with this extra washer in there, it pushes this out more, and it makes it so this lines up, comes together a lot more easily. You get what I'm saying. So I put the washer in there first, and it turned it a little bit better, but then when I put it down, it still was clicking and grabbing. So then I put a screwdriver behind here, and with this tire on and pushing this out with a screwdriver, I was spinning the tire and noticed that it was spinning fine. So what I was going to do, what some other people suggested, was putting washers behind this metal plate here. You take this bolt out, and then you put like one or two big washers behind this, and that'll push the whole thing out. But really, you only need this mounting bracket pushed out. I don't really think you need this whole thing pushed out. And even if you do push this out, it's not really going to push this out too great. It's better if you shim something back here. So that's what I did. I put some shims here, wooden ones, and kind of pounded them in there. These are painter sticks. I'm not sure how long it'll last. Of course, it'll be better if you had something metal or something. You won't be able to adjust this probably without the shims falling out, but I don't plan on fucking with that anyways. Now, I put it actually in front of the hole here because when I put the wheel on, the screw will go through the hole and go into the shim a little bit, and then it should push this out just a little bit more. So, when I did the test so far, I put the wheel on and I put the screw on and everything. Actually, I'll zip it on real quick. Might as well. And show that it doesn't pop and click very much anymore. And it actually should be good to go. I'm not going to put the plastic cover on. I'm going to actually put the old wheel on to test this because the old wheel is chewed up more. So if the old wheel does pretty good, then you'll know that the new wheel will do even better. Alright, so we got that pretty tightened up there. Now it's moving. It's not clicking, it's not getting stuck. It's pretty tight in there actually. So it's freely moving, it's not popping, it's not clicking. It's a little bit harder to move. It doesn't freely move as good as like the front tires. So I might have to do more adjusting with this. At the very least, I might have to put the washers on there and see what happens, or I might have to move the shim away from the bolt maybe. That might be causing it to turn a little rough. But as you can tell, let me get the flashlight so maybe you can see the gears in there. You can see the pinion is lined up pretty good with the gear there. That washer pushed it out a lot more to line up with it, and so does the shim. So sorry I can't have the light in there at the same time I'm doing this at midnight. But you get the general idea of what to try to do to fix yours. It's a shame that that's a flaw on this. We've had this for a few years, and so far this is the only issue we've had. And it's a really shitty issue. First I took the transmission apart, and that was a bitch. I had to reseal it with the blue gasket stuff. There was nothing wrong with that. I really had to pry it open, so I chewed it apart. The other side, the other wheel, I noticed the pinion actually does go back and forth just like this one did, but it seems to catch on that side regardless of if it's closer to the tire or not closer. It seems to still catch really good. So the other side doesn't seem too bad. It seems mostly on this side because this side takes a lot of the turns. At least for my house anyways, it does. It seems to take the grunt of turning on hills and all that. So if anything, I'll just keep replacing these shims. You know, they're only wood. I don't know how long they'll last before they'll break down or whatever, but it seems pretty solid. As long as it turns without popping and clicking, I'm happy. So I hope that helps somebody, because this is a real fucking pain in the dick hole, let me tell you. Alright.